Did you tell everyone who we met today?
We met Cal Ripken, Roy Rogers today.
He was at the Roy Rogers. I took a picture with him. He even wore Cal wore my hat. Maybe we'll share that picture with everyone later. He's a lot taller than I thought.
Yeah, he's a lot taller and he looked like a jovial fella.
Jovial, but he was dressed like an air conditioner repairman.
He was.
I know I kept saying that the whole time, but seriously, he looked like didn't even recognize him.
No.
All right, look. I think these are neat, and I wish I was still doing this, but I'm not. G.I. Joe, the complete special missions.
Yes.
These are bound volumes of comic books, brought to a binder to have bound into a collection of comics.
So these were your G.I. Joe comics.
Nice custom spine, looks really good.
I guess people do that. Like this isn't.
Yeah, no, it's not. I'm certainly not unique or unusual in doing that. It's something that people do. But yeah, so that's like the entire complete Special Missions series, which was Splinter.
East Coast comic.
So right, I did like here you go, the Avengers Operation Galactic Storm.
Ooh, they smell like old comics.
Yeah, see, left the covers in here. Operation Galactic Storm was a big crossover. So I took the entire... So that went through, like... You could see it went through the Mighty Thor. It went through Captain America. Wonder Man. What else?
So is it the kind of thing where...
And so I put them on Avengers West Coast. So I took the whole big crossover and I collected it together into one big giant collected volume. Just because I wanted to.
You weren't concerned with price-wise... Like the comics being
like the value? Nah. As a matter of fact, just to demonstrate that, I took the complete Eternal series from Jack Kirby. I'm a big fan of the Eternals. And I took the complete Jack Kirby Eternal series and got them bound. Now that smells like old comics.
Oh.
And got it bound because I'm a big fan of the Eternals. I love that series. And I was like, I want it all between two covers. So I did that, and I did the companion one of... in the 80s, the Eternals came back as a miniseries. So I had that full miniseries. Oh, look at that! The Oreo maze!
The Oreo... Let me see that. The Oreo maze.
Comic geeks from the 80s will remember this. Star Brand. Remember the new universe? I want to ask you if you remember, because obviously you don't. Back in the 80s, Marvel decided that they were going to create their own brand new universe. They were going to try and recapture the magic of creating the Marvel universe from back in the day. So they made the new universe, and they had this whole line of books, Star Brand being one of them, and a bunch of others. That was going to be like this own. Oh, was there Robotech? It was going to be this this brand new thing. It ended up completely flopping, and so that was it. And most of them were not so good, but I loved Star Brand. I was a big fan of Star Brand, and so when I started buying comics, I was like, screw the world, I'm putting Star Brand between two covers. And I have a bunch of others back there that are like in the queue that I just never got around to sending out to get done.
How do you even get to the point, like how do you even discover that you could do this?
Yeah, I think I just seen that someone did it. You know what it was actually? I think from Cerebus. Somebody did these really deluxe volumes of Cerebus and these huge bound volumes, and I was like, you can do that? Like, all right, yeah, I'm all set. And I started like completing collections that I had specifically so I could go get them bound. I wish I would have done these too, given that the Infinity War movie just came out and was huge, because I have back there sitting in a stack prepped, because you have to prep them before they go.
Of course. Yeah, because they don't want to have to go through the trouble of looking through them, I guess. Right.
So I have all prepped all the various Infinity series all together that I was going to have in 2 different hardcovers. Because in the comics, it's like 4 different miniseries plus crossovers and stuff like that. Okay. So I was in there taking like the crossovers and putting them in the right spot and just getting them all set, but I never got that one done. The big project that one day I will do, I want to bind like a few hundred issues of Daredevil, which is one of my favorites. So I'll get around to it one of these days. Yeah, so I started getting stuff bound, it's kind of a neat novelty to have them like that.
Right.
And it's actually surprisingly inexpensive. Like, if you already have the comics, I don't know what they cost now because it's been a while, but at the time...
Can I guess?
Yeah.
15 bucks.
Close. You just have to add a zero. It's about $150 per volume. No.
I was gonna say that's not inexpensive.
No, it was running about $25
Okay.
each. The Jack Kirby one, the Eternals, shortly after I had this bound, Marvel officially released like an omnibus, which is like essentially
Right.
all of this they released officially in their own official volume. It was like $100, and it was a small run. So now it goes for even more money.
Yeah, of course, because people want that.
So it was a good deal to me.
Yeah,
as far
because
as
you
I'm
have
concerned.
it in your own.
Yeah, it's my thing.
See, Eric said one version.
Comic book ads from back in the day. There you go. Bound Comics. Ta-da. It's really sweaty up here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm...
Anyone who handles fire in any form is a potential killer.
Hello, T.
Hi, Eric.
Well, we're here.
We're here.
In the attic. We're back in the attic
Back
again.
in the attic again.
I just want to say that I'm not happy that you said, hey, let's come over and film stuff today because it's freaking like 100 degrees up here.
Mm-hmm.
And I know we've complained in the past about, oh, it's cold up here. And it does. It's cold up here in the winter, but it's also hot up here when it's not the winter. So basically this is miserable all the time. And that's the suffering that happens. The suffering.
And
I'm suffering. I'm suffering.
The attic looks different, though.
Showtime will be announced loud and clear to get you back to your car in time.
I'm going down to St. James
Eric, what aren't you watching?
I am currently not watching reruns of After MASH.
What? What is that? Does that exist?
You don't remember After MASH?
No.
After MASH was exactly what it sounds like. It was a show about some of the MASH characters that took place after MASH.
When did that come out? After MASH? Did After MASH come out after MASH?
Yes, it did.
The TV show.
Yes. They were like, some of it was set in a hospital. There was a few MASH spin-offs because there was also Trapper John MD. Remember that?
That's from MASH?
Yeah.
Trapper John MD?
He was a major character in MASH.
Yeah.
That was, you know.
See, I didn't watch MASH because my one grandfather was in the Korean War, and he hated MASH. I remember this as a kid.
Because it made light of it.
So, as a kid, whenever it come on, I'd be like, "The show's terrible." Because in my head, my grandfather was saying like,
Right.
don't, you know. So I never watched any of it. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, I wonder if he got, and probably not, especially even with the original Altman movie that Clint Marshall
yeah, that's
thing.
what the show's based off as a movie.
Right, and even though the show was a comedy, it was meant to be commentary on the Vietnam War.
Right.
It was not actually about the Vietnam War. It was sort of a roundabout way for them
It's not
to...
about the Korean War.
Or, yeah, it wasn't
Yeah.
about the Korean War. It was
They used the Korean War
as a way to comment on the Vietnam War.
that was taking place.
And it was meant to be sort of criticism of
Right.
of the war in Vietnam. And I mean, MASH, especially in its later years, really took a lot of very serious turns. I mean,
Right.
it got some
I would
pretty-
assume that my grandfather just didn't want to have any memory, so he just didn't watch it at all, kind of thing.
Could be.
So
Could be.
I never watched it.
All right, well, there you go. That is what aren't we watching. Now you know what we're not watching. Thanks, folks. Tune in next time when we're going to talk about what we're not listening to. Eegah.
Eegah. Is it
Eegah.
Egad or Eegah?
Eegah. So let's check out Eegah. Look at that.
Too bad we didn't bring the Doom Buggy. Go after him.
What for?
To get some pictures. Maybe even to bring him back.
That kid is like right out of a surfer flick from the 60s.
It's like Southern California.
He's even got the big giant cloak.
Is that Wayne Newton?
Hungry.
You
Oh,
did
that's-
a better job of
That's what?
shaving
Jaws.
your
What's his
problem.
name from Bond?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, it is.
Very young there.
Looks like Dolph Lundgren there.
Yeah.
Just instantly passes
Yeah,
out.
just that's
Wait, that was it?
wow.
What? That? Boy, that was a lame trailer.
Is okay if you like a picture this size. But if you prefer big, clear, sharp pictures, many of them in glorious color, compare this with the feature picture you're about to see on our giant screen.